Hey, look. Can we get in through there?
It looks as though it's unguarded. It should make for a decent entry point.
Now's our chance, Dunban.
Yes. But don't lower your guard. The Mecha-Hom may just be hiding.
The Mecha-Hom are obviously hiding. Do you see that giant circular boss platform? There's good old Galahad Fortress. Yeah, we gotta do a little bit of exploring around here because there are some missable side quests. But after that, we're good to go. Do I want it to be night or day for this sequence? Actually, I mean, Sword Valley, I don't really have a preference on night or day. Oh, we'll do it in day so it's easier to see.
I've been waiting for you.
Mumkhar!
How predictable. I knew you were going to come.
How could you? How could you do this to your own kind?
That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just having the time of my life here. Ain't that the point? I even get to take out that annoying Monado brat.
Oi, Beardy! You're talking pretty tough there. Don't be so sure you can take us all on by yourself.
Come on! I ain't that stupid.
What's that sound?
You scumbag!
Well then, Monado boy. Think you can do it? Can you kill them all? I wonder who's inside. Who could it be? Your dad? Your mom? Maybe that special someone. Aha! Looks like we have our first contestant. Too bad she won't give me much of a fight.
It's just like with Zanza. Shala, look out!
Too bad she won't give me much of a fight.
Shulk?
Everyone, watch out for the green claws and the other one's spears. There's something different about them.
You catch on quick, boy. You're right. These weapons are special. They were made especially to decompose you Homs. No, wait. Any being from Bionis.
How can that be?
I don't know about all this technical stuff, but it's something to do with that ether.
I didn't listen to the briefing we had this morning at lunch. Instead, I was just focused on them saying I could use it to kill people.
Ether is like the Bionis blood. The fortress sucks its blood out for us. Then we use it to make this green liquid.
You monsters!
Pretty clever, don't you think? This world suits me just fine, Dunban.
Mumkhar, you're gonna pay!
I'm tired of your yapping, Mr. Hero. I'm gonna squish you like a slug, right here where we shared such lovely memories.
Oh, hey, Lone Wolf, what's up, dude? How you doing? Heavy Machine Depot, here we go! I do also love, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I do also love how Mumkhar is, you know, the fight with Mumkhar and all here loops back around, basically, where it happens in Sword Valley, which is where Mumkhar was, like, taken to become a Mecha-Hom and all that. And how he mentions it by saying, like, we had such lovely memories here, etc., etc. Big fan, big fan. The same pace. Do I backslash here? I think I stream edge here. Yeah, stream edge here, and then Melia does this. And then Dunban can Gale Slash. Or I could knock him down. Nah, but then Shulk can't, I want Shulk to backslash. Oh, I have him in auto ready. Goodbye, Mumkhar. You guys remember when there was a Mumkhar boss fight? I don't.
Too much. The Monado is too much.
Yes. This is the power of the Monado. You wanted it, so now you can have it, Mumkhar!
I'm better than all of you. You're the one who's finished.
Die! Stop! Get out of my way, Shulk!
It's Mumkhar! He's not a Mech-Hom!
Have you forgotten everything he's done? Where is your killer instinct? Now is the time!
I hate him, Dumban! For what he did to Fiora and the Emperor! So of course I want to get my revenge!
Shulk.
But... Face Mech-Hom are not like the others. They're people. Like us. Are you really willing to kill another Homs?
Yes, sometimes needs must.
Even if it's Fiora? What then? When we set out, I wanted to destroy all Mech-Hom. That was my aim. But now, I know that there are people inside. I have to know why. What's the reason for all of this? Why do Bionis and Mechonis have to keep on fighting? I have to find out why!
So, that is your fight.
Dumba!
I will never forgive what he's done. And yet, your words, they ring true. I feel their weight. We have to help Fiora now. We'll worry about the rest later.
Right.
Did you hear that, Mumkhar? We haven't got time to be playing around with you.
You always had to have the last word. Just die!
No!
Just
Don't move!
die!
Mumkhar!
No! No! Not like this!
Mumkhar! You went too far, you fool.
They are of surprisingly little use, those visions.
Because he could not save his majesty. That was within the margin of fate. It was not Shulk's fault.
So you side with the boy?
Did you find anything out?
I did. It is most fascinating, this spear. The green fluid alters and destroys the structure of the ether, which is the building block of life on Bionis. It appears to have been created from ether energy drawn from the blood of the Bionis.
Could that explain the ether flowing through Sword Valley?
I do not think it is the only reason, but it is too early to draw conclusions.
Is there a countermeasure?
Creating antibodies is a simple matter. We will be ready.
That is good news.
Why did you have to include him? You know how he disgusts me.
We must respect our elders. Dixon has known him far longer than us.
That's really interesting that Alvis says this right here. Because obviously Alvis should have known Zanza the longest because he knew Zanza when Zanza was still Klaus. So I wonder how Alvis went about that. Because, I mean, I don't think Zanza knows that Alvis is like the computer program Monado, whatever. But I wonder how Alvis went about like putting himself into Zanza's world and being known. Because apparently Alvis, according to this dialogue, unless Alvis is just straight up lying or something, and that means for some reason that Zanza also lies to Dixon and Lorithia, because I'm sure Zanza would have mentioned, like, if whenever he brought the Trinity together, he would have been like, Alvis, this is Alvis, the first one, and then I found Dixon and Lorithia. You know, you would think, right? A little bit of assumption on my part, but still. But, I guess Alvis, like, chose to insert himself into Zanza's world after Zanza had already, like, taken over Arglis's body and had been fighting alongside Dixon, because I assume, again, I'm making a little bit of an assumption, it might just be completely different from what I'm assuming, but I imagine that Zanza didn't, like, meet with Dixon and get Dixon on his side until after he started using Arglis's body, right? You would think. So, I don't know, that's just a neat little thing to look at there, something that you can really take note of when you're in an NG+, instead of playing the game for the first time.
At least he's out of the way. Now we just need to get inside.
They're in there. Fiora and the Golden Mechon. Fiora.
Shulk. What's up?
Did you see something?
No.
Yes, you did. Why are you still doing this at this point in the game?
You did see something.
All right. It was the Silver Mechon. Fiora. She's definitely inside the fortress.
All right. At least we know what to expect.
So, Fiora is inside. I can't let that vision come true. I have to save her.
Yeah, we got this, Shulk. Don't worry. Mumkhar's death. I really do like Mumkhar. I think he's a really well-done villain, personally. He's, you know, he's a bit of an archetype, where it's just, like, you know, super jealous of Dunban, who's, like, the great hero and all that, etc., etc. And then he gets power from the villain and becomes the villain, etc. So, you know, nothing, like, super groundbreaking, but still really well done. I really enjoy the way they use him throughout the game and his ending of dying to his own foolishness and whatnot, because Shulk was willing to spare him. I always disagree with Shulk when I get to this part of the game. I do not think sparing Mumkhar is the right idea, but I also, at the same time, yeah, I kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, you know, Mumkhar got turned into a Mechon and then did evil stuff, and Fiora's been turned into a Mechon, so what, do we have to, like, kill Fiora too? Obviously, it's more nuanced than that, because, you know, like, Mumkhar seems very glad to be doing what he's doing, whereas, obviously, Fiora, typically, you would expect her not to be, and we know that she isn't when we get to her later. But, you know, the more I look back on it, when I first went through the game and saw Shulk doing that, I was like, Shulk, you're such a dumb idiot. Like, you should kill Mumkhar. You're lucky it worked out that way. But, you know, looking back on it now, I'm like, you know, in the moment where Shulk is, where he still doesn't know much of all of what's going on with Fiora, like, he still thinks that Fiora has, like, lost all her memories or whatever, because she doesn't recognize him. So I can understand how he's like, I don't want to kill Homs, I just want to stop the Mech-Hom, and he's always seen the Mech-Hom as just, like, this, like, not even sentient robot. Like, it's only when Eggle shows up that he starts to run into, like, Mech-Hom, not even a Mech-Hom, he's a Machina, but you know what I mean. But, like, a Mech-Hom that can, like, talk and whatnot. So, you know, upon further hindsight in the game, I kind of see where he's coming from. I still think Dunban was more in the right to be like, no, we gotta put Mumkhar down. But also, I used to just, whenever that scene came up, I would be like, man, Shulk is stupid. I think that less now. I still think he was wrong to be like, we can't just kill Mumkhar. But, I don't just think he's like a complete buffoon like I used to back in the day. That's how I see it now, at least. Ah, good old Spirit Breath. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to chain attack you into oblivion. It's been nice knowing you, except not really. Shulk, you've fallen behind in levels so much. What happened, brother? I need to stop using... I need Melia to stop having ice as her first element to use there, because I think what keeps occasionally making the chain attack timing lag is the fact that it's ice that she uses first, because it fills up so much of the screen. You should die to this. Yeah, I thought so. Hey, there's level 50 for Shulk. Not bad, not bad. What level was Mumkhar even? I think it was 52 or 50, somewhere around there. I'm pretty sure Fiora and Yaldabaoth will be 55 when we're in Galahad Fortress, I think. Dude, I forgot how low down the Mechonis' head is compared to his sword. Like, his sword is almost on, like, on the same latitude. Is it latitude? Or yeah, latitude is, like, up and down, right? Or is longitude up and down? I don't remember. It's, like, almost the same, it's almost the same sea level as the Mechonis sword. Mumkhar had a level, the battle was done so fast. Yeah, I know, right? I believe there are 2 optional quests that pop up in this section of the Mechonis sword of Sword Valley that we have to find get close to the 2 unique enemies to trigger it, to do it. So I want to get those 2 things done. And then after we do that, we will, we'll go into Galahad Fortress, and we're gonna, like, burn through Galahad Fortress. I honestly, like, especially now that I have gems on, I don't expect Galahad Fortress to take more than half an hour. I expect to spend more time on Galahad Fortress cutscenes than I do actually going through Galahad Fortress. I might be wrong, but I feel like I'll be pretty accurate. Can some jewels increase your chain attack loading speed? I assume by jewels you mean gems. I don't know what you mean by loading speed. What is loading speed? I don't think there are any gems that affect chain attacks in any way that I'm aware of. There are gems that can, like... Are there critical rate gems? When you get a critical hit, it builds your chain bar, like every time you land a critical hit. I don't know if there are any critical hit gems, but if there are any gems that, like, make you more likely to get a critical hit, that would help chain attacks, because it would make you build up chain attacks faster. But, I don't even know if there are gems that affect your critical hit rate. I don't remember. If there are, I don't think I'm using any. But I don't think there are really any gems that do anything to help or hinder chain attacks. I don't think. One of you is a unique enemy, right? There isn't a quest up here like I thought there was, but I'm pretty sure that guy right there, that red boy, I think he's a unique enemy. Hi, get in here. Let's go, boys.